Oh.
Wait, what?
That's nuts.
Whoa! I feel like I'm just more confused now.
Let's take a look at how they achieve such a high level of quality.
Thanks to Bose for sponsoring this video. Stick around to find out about the Bose Headphones 700.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artists React. We are here once again in the studio during the pandemic, socially isolated and distanced.
Also, can I just quickly point out that we are watching this stuff on the TV that's broken way over there.
Freaking Wes, dude, broke the TV. It's
Thanks,
only gotten
Wes.
worse. It's only gotten worse.
Also, this is extra proof that even behind the camera, everyone's staying safe. All right, you guys, are you guys ready to watch these clips?
Yes, Wren,
Yes,
I'm
Wren.
ready. Let's dive in.
All right, first clip, let's see it.
So, His Dark Materials is a show that just came out on HBO. It's based on the Golden Compass series by Philip Pullman. Every person in this world has a demon, which is an animal companion. It's another human soul that's manifested in an animal. There's a whole bunch of magical fantasy rules around all this. It's like Pokemon. Basically, so in this universe, everybody has a Pokemon. But the crazy thing is, they decided to go with the CG animal route for this HBO series. And there's not a single moment in the show where the CG falters for the animals. They look good 100% of the time. And it's one thing for like a TV show to try to do CG. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, HBO just knocked it out of the park. I think they learned a lot of lessons from Game of Thrones in terms of how good your VFX can look, and they kind of wanted this to be their next Game of Thrones. So her demon hasn't settled yet.
Just shapeshifted into a new animal.
You see like the monkey grabbed the table there as he grabbed the cat?
Really?
Yeah. Whoop!
Whoa.
He slips a little bit, like you see it, shift his
Yeah,
body.
they're really interacting with their environment there.
The rendering's good, the camera works good, the animation's great. So I just want to point a couple things out here that just really stand out to me for the quality here. First off, the shadow of the monkey on the carpet. So there's big area lights off to the side with the windows, and with an area light, when the shadow's right next to the thing casting the shadow, it'll be sharp, and then the further away it gets softer. And they're nailing that look here with the monkey's shadow on the ground. And the other thing that's really, really well done is the color matching. The color tonality of the CG is matching the tonality of what they filmed really, really well. Everything from like the quality of like the light shining off the fur to like how the colors kind of map themselves from light to dark across the scene, the warmth and all that kind of stuff. It just looks great. And that transition, that morph from animal to animal is also really well done. It doesn't read as fake. Like you even get the like momentum transfer of like the ferret morphing into the cat. So we can marvel at how well done these animals are, but let's take a look at how they achieve such a high level of quality.
And in the end, they decided that on the day we would have a series of puppets.
Oh.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see.
It's so cool.
So those puppets are really interesting because they're not exactly there for photographic reference. Maybe the heads are, but the bodies are not. They're there for animation reference. So they've got like exaggerated discs on them so that you can clearly see the orientation of different limbs.
And dealing with child actors, like here's a little companion to act against and look at.
Surely they're doing a plate without any of that in there, right?
I mean, I would.
I'm sure the first one's just for reference and they just do it again without it. When you're filming live action plates that you're then going to be dropping VFX onto, you're locked in to what you film. Or, somebody's walking and they're looking down there talking to the creature. You could easily get a shot where you accidentally frame the creature out because you're just up a little bit too much or you're looking in the wrong spot. And so when you're going to be adding a CG object, it's kind of a risky move. So in this case, having a puppet on set to act it out and to get your shot first with that puppet, it double makes sure that your shot is going to work with the CG, on top of giving you great animation reference and acting reference for them to practice their rhythms and their beats and all of that kind of stuff. And the crazy thing is like the show's quality in CG animals never falters. It's always at this level for all episodes.
There we go, polar bears!
Wow. I mean, the things that stand out to me, you can see the skin underneath the fur, like between the cracks, you can see the dirt. You can see different tonalities to the fur. Like there's parts that are brown, there's parts that are white, there's parts that are muddy, like there's parts that are heavy because they're wet.
Wait, I recognize him. Where do I recognize him from?
He's his cousin, Dudley.
That's, what, no way, that's Dudley?
Yeah.
That's Dudley? How is that Dudley?
He grew up.
Wait, are they trying to kill the bear? Why?
Yeah, but they're just shooting it in the armor.
Dude, he's pulling a Leo DiCaprio right now.
Yeah. Honestly,
Man.
this looks as good, if not better, than the bear from The Revenant.
I still can't get over that that's Dudley.
I mean, things that immediately stand out to me is like the mud treating like the physics and the fur difference. Like the muddy fur moves a little bit different than the other fur. Like the muscles rippling underneath the fur.
Yeah, anytime you're doing CG animals or anything, it's a several step process. You basically start with a skeleton and then you simulate all the muscles and how the muscles move, because that's gonna influence how the skin around those muscles will move, and then that's gonna influence how the hair on the skin is gonna move. It's so many different layers that are all affected by the previous layer.
All the soft body stuff, like the lips and the jowls and stuff moving, like that's so hard to deal with because you can't quite animate it. It has to also be physics simulation.
The armor not clipping through the bear, I feel like that is some detail, high-end work.
Yeah, totally. When you're doing a hair simulation, or a fur simulation for that matter, you don't have every single hair as something you can edit in the program. You have guide hairs. Basically, when it comes time to render, that guide hair is then kind of duplicated, and then those little duplicated hairs will blend between guide hairs. So if you have one guide hair here and one guide hair here, the little extra hairs that are added by the renderer will be like doop, 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 and they'll kind of be a transition point between those guide hairs. So you're doing physics, those physics are usually only applied to the guide hairs, and all the filled-in hair just follows those guide hairs here. And you gotta make sure that none of those simulated hairs are poking through the armor and just sticking through it, you know?
Yeah.
Like look at the tuft on his left eye there, and it's like the tuft is like pushed up against the armor. That's nuts.
Did you guys ever watch the Golden Compass movie?
No.
No. And they have the polar bears in that movie too.
Yeah, they do. Let's look at the polar bears from Golden Compass real quick.
Wow, already it's like, this looks like a PS2 animation. This is like the Coca-Cola bear commercial. They probably hired the same company.
Do you think it was the same people who did the Coca-Cola commercials?
It looks like the same people that did the Coca-Cola bears.
Granted, this movie is also 13 years old now. 14-year-old effects.
They move really fast. They move like they're just little tiny bears.
The bears are also just like way more smooth, you know? They're way smoother. Smoother or more smooth? I'm not sure.
I mean, the first simulation is basically what's come the farthest. I mean, obviously the lighting and the surfaces is important, but the first simulation, like letting you have the clumps and letting you have the different physics of it and letting you have the different lengths of hair.
Also, the clear difference right now is that one is a CG environment and that's a very real environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the budget for this movie was $180 million in 2007.
Whoa.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, it was a very expensive movie, even at the time. And yeah, the budget for His Dark Materials is about $7 million per episode. So, you know, a third of the budget for this movie for His Dark Materials. Because it's like, as technology gets better, it also gets cheaper.
It is crazy how much of a downgrade this is.
I think more accurately, it's how far we've come in the last 13 years of visual effects.
It sounds like I'm just talking crap about the VFX artists, and I don't mean to be. It's more, like the rendering technology has come so far.
Hey, I saw what you just did. You hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
Oh,
Whoa.
boy, let's
Wait, what?
go.
What's he got on his head?
He's a telepathic gorilla.
Really? I wish I was a telepathic gorilla.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
What?
Wow.
Whoa! I feel like if you transform into a scary animal, you have to roar into camera.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
guaranteed that's gonna happen.
It's pretty good. This CG looks really good, actually.
I don't understand what is going on here. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy here? Is the shark actually the good guy?
No, they're both bad guys, but they got King Shark on their team to help them fight the gorilla.
So the gorilla was the bad guy?
He's a worse bad guy, I would say.
I feel like I'm just more confused now.
The animation's maybe just a little stiff.
And the camera work's a little stiff.
Yeah, I totally get why. Like, I'm giving a little bit of a pass, like, for being a TV show. Yeah, like, he's not obeying for gravity at all right
Whoa,
there.
whoa, I thought this gorilla was huge.
Yeah,
This is a
now
regular
he's
sized
tiny.
gorilla.
Tiny gorilla.
Well, look at that slow-mo shot breaking through
It
the
is-
ground.
Yeah. Like this looks pretty solid for being 100% CG. It's definitely like good video game cinematic level.
That was so janky.
That was really janky.
That was so janky.
It disappears in one
There's no
frame.
camera shake. It's just like bloop.
Yeah, they're definitely like running out of time for motion blur.
Whoa! The freaking like 720p texture on the gorilla's back there.
They definitely set themselves up for a challenge to also make it rain all of a sudden.
I do like the light trails that they have in this show.
Wait, so does this show just all about someone saying like, if I run fast enough, I can fix things? I can make things right if I run fast enough.
I'll get it done in a flash.
My name is Barry Allen, and
I'll get it done in a flash. It's interesting, it's subtle, but you can see where the time makes a difference. The rendering technology is looking good, the lighting's looking good, but you can see how the time affects like the animation and the shot choice.
Did you guys ever see Beast Wars?
Oh yeah.
I can't help but see Optimus Primal here.
Beast Wars was on at exactly the time I would be eating breakfast every day. Can we see some Beast Wars real quick, just for comparison?
Yes, let's look at Beast Wars.
Why are they animals?
Because they landed on Earth millions of years ago, and then the things scanned fossils in the ground, and that's what they became. Velociraptors and gorillas. We're talking about Beast Wars. This is a Beast Wars. I've got friggin' Rat Trap here.
This is what class is all about. Call me Rat Trap.
It's Rat Trap.
Oh wow.
Across the galaxy, it has come to this, Optimus Primal. Face to face.
His face! Look at his face. It was like permanently fixed like that. Oh my God.
Have you anything to say? I'd say that's Prime.
Dude, these wide
high.
angle close-ups.
He looks so high. What is going on? Dude, low poly Joe Rogan.
N-dimethyltryptamine, which is the active ingredient in ayahuasca.
Dude, his nostrils are just bowls. Two
Yeah.
small bowls. They don't go in. Imagine that coming after you. Imagine.
No shadows, no motion blur. Here's the thing, when you don't have shadows, it's really tough to show volume and form.
Don't forget, this show had a very small team working on it, and it was an entirely animated show.
Oh, his robot parts are being exposed. Yeah, get him! This is just like that scene from King Kong.
Where do you think they got the idea for King Kong?
Let's go, boys.
The spider's like entire face deformed so that I could look different directions,
Yeah.
like blurp, blurp. Yeah, this was like what, mid-90s, late 90s?
Yeah, I will say, like, for its time, the CG is excellent. Like, the animation is here, the spirit, like, the storytelling, the character. It's doing the job it has to do, and it doesn't look that bad. Look how expressive they are. That rhinoceros was disappointed and sad, and I could read it in his rhinoceros eyes.
I can't believe we actually started talking about Beast Wars on this show.
Well, that was a pretty fun scene to watch. Maybe a little jank here and there, but you know what? We wouldn't have had that scene if it weren't for your guys' great suggestions. So please leave a comment below as to what scenes you would like us to react to next.
No, I can't hear you. No, I'm not coming home. No, not right now, because it's crazy over there. Hey, listen, are you trying to work from home and you got kids screaming and you got neighbors mowing their lawn and you got mother-in-laws trying to talk to you in a language that you don't understand? Well, that's what it's like being at my house. So I came here to the studio, and I gotta say that this brand integration could not have come at a better time. The Bose Headphones 700 have arrived here, and they've pretty much saved my life, because with these headphones, I can cancel the noise around me. You can put these on, and they're just picking up your voice and not picking up everything around you. And that's a good thing when I'm trying to get work done here. I can cancel the, honey, what do you want for dinner? Daddy, can you open this Play-Doh? Not only do these headphones have superior noise canceling, but they also come with superior quality and 4 microphones, which help isolate your voice and cancel out the noises around you. So when I'm surrounded by my annoying family, I'm gonna be able to focus on the symphony of beautiful sound coming out of these headphones. Another thing that comes in handy when you're surrounded by crazy people at your house is touch controls. Now, with the touch of my hand, I can easily take calls, end calls, and I have the other hand free to like hold on to kids, or like help carry something, or reach up high and get something, because that's what I do. I'm just a ladder. That's all I am. And if all those designs and features weren't enough for you, these headphones also come standard with connectivity to all your favorite voice assistants. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jake, I don't believe you because everything you say is a brand integration on this channel. Well, that might be true, but check out what these other guys from the studio have to say about it.
They're the best noise canceling headphones I've personally ever used. When you need to dive in and have laser focus for an edit, this is exactly what you want.
My favorite part about the Bose Headphones 700 model is the microphone quality. Since we're working at home these days, a lot of us are talking through phone calls and video chats. It helps those calls running smoothly and my voice coming through crystal clear.
I used to use the wired Bose noise canceling headphones, which were great, but the new 700 model has even better sound quality, and the noise canceling really helps me focus.
Wow. I think I can go home now. But before I go, head on over to bose.live/corridor crew to find out more about these awesome headphones. Seriously, if you guys are working professionals working from home right now, these are gonna be some essential tools that are gonna help you out quite a bit. So huge thanks to Bose for sponsoring this video. Remember, that's bose.live/corridor crew, or just click the link in the description below. Honey, I'm coming home!
Thank you for watching, everyone. These are crazy times. We will continue to try and record these as safely as we can. We've officially run out of our backlog, so we're now doing these. It's important in these times to still have some fun while being responsible, obviously. So if you haven't left a comment already, please do. But also, please hit that like button on these videos. It helps more people see them and expand our horizons.
We'll see you guys in the next one.